The demonic cult leader is my wife. Jin Yomyong was shocked and said to himself, what did he just say? Sun Do-jeon said, I am truly grateful for the offer, but I cannot accept it. Jin Yomyong said to himself, he is rejecting it? San Do-jeon trembled, cleared his throat and said, ahem, I really appreciate it, but... Baek Sanga interrupted, why not just accept it already? You will really regret it if you do not. San Do-jeon replied, still, I cannot betray the one I serve. Jin Yomyong thought to himself, I did not think San Do-jeon was this loyal to the seventh elder. If I remember correctly, he was not so devoted before. Jin Yomyong then said aloud, the seventh elder would understand. His own disciple is being given a chance to spread his wings. There is no reason for him to stop that. San Do-jeon looked down and said, no, he assigned me a mission. Jin Yomyong looked at him, confused. San Do-jeon explained, that is why I must stay by Instructor Han's side and assist him. Jin Yomyong thought, Instructor Han? Could it be? Baek Sanga asked, you are referring to Han Muyon, right? Jin Yomyong thought to himself again, so that is how this all connects. San Do-jeon said, he is the true heir to the seventh elder. Jin Yomyong's thoughts raced, what? In my past life, someone else inherited that role. Did he get expelled before that? Maybe he did not grow enough in 20 years? Or perhaps he changed his name. Just who is Han Muyon? Jin Yomyong then turned to Baek Sanga and said, anyway, it seems you have a question for me too. Baek Sanga blushed and asked, are you going to give me the same offer? Jin Yomyong answered, no. Then, as if reaffirming his decision, he said firmly, of course not. I'm going to talk to you about Group 2. Baek Sanga looked disheartened and said, is it not? Jin Yomyong cut her off, about time you step up and do your job properly. Baek Sanga admitted, so you noticed. However, it is still not time, Jin Yomyong replied. Because it is the Cheonil Academy's policy. Baek Sanga nodded. Correct. Until the mock battle, I need to draw out as much opposition from the team as possible. Jin Yomyong said, but since I have seen through your plan, is it not time to assess how I handle things? Baek Sanga looked surprised, so you even figured out the purpose of this. Jin Yomyong said, as vice leader, I will back your authority, so please go all out for Group 2's victory. Do so with that same burning passion you used to blow Ma Jinsong away. Baek Sanga trembled and blushed. I got caught up in the excitement of following my grandfather's teachings. Jin Yomyong smirked. Good thing it only ended with feelings of excitement. If you had one more sword, it might have resulted in serious injuries. As Baek Sanga held her face and slowly lowered her hands, she asked, who are you? Jin Yomyong responded, who am I? As the wind blew, Baek Sanga asked, how do you know that? Jin Yomyong thought to himself, I was just guessing, but now I am sure. He cleared his throat and said, ahem. Then to himself, still, it is better for me to fake a cough once and act clueless here. Then he spoke, do you take me for a fool who does not even know the basics of dual-handed swordsmanship? When someone accustomed to dual swords uses only one, the openings show, and any decent martial master would notice. Baek Sanga asked, are you saying you are that kind of martial master? Jin Yomyong picked up a twig from the floor and replied, of course. Baek Sanga looked shocked and confused. Jin Yomyong infused the twig with aura and said, how about now? Is this enough proof? Baek Sanga thought to herself, sword energy. And he is doing it with a twig. Drawing out sword energy with a twig is as hard as producing enhanced energy. Without precise control, the twig would explode from the energy. She looked down and said, so you are one of the famous 6 demonic dragons? Jin Yomyong corrected her, no, that is my younger brother. Just as you keep your dual swords a secret, I would like to keep my skills secret too. So, how about we call it a draw and share secrets? Jin Yomyong thought to himself, just as I thought, Baek Sanga is an outsider hiding her identity. She is probably from an incredibly powerful clan. As Baek Sanga walked away, Jin Yomyong ordered, Gu Chil, keep a close eye on her. Gu Chil asked, if she seems suspicious, should I just eliminate her? I am confident in making sure no traces are left behind. Jin Yomyong flicked Gu Chil's bald head and said, what are you talking about? We have to protect her. Gu Chil winced. Ouch! Jin Yomyong thought to himself, because Baek Sanga does not exist in the future. I know. I think I have found the assassination target. Then he thought deeper. There is only one place that has ties strong enough to send a child to the demonic cult and uses dual swords. The greatest sword clan in the Central Plains, Nanthian's Baek clan. The current head of the Baek clan is one of the 5 kings and the leader of the Orthodox Alliance. It is very possible Baek Sanga is his granddaughter. In a few years, both the Baek and Namgung clans will be annihilated together. New leader of the Orthodox Alliance, Sword Supreme Sage Guan Yun, said in the future that the demonic cult is behind this. As the demonic cult said, I will remain silent. As the others shouted, revenge! Enact justice! Let us burn the demonic cult. Jin Yomyung thought to himself, at the time, I wondered why we did not defend ourselves when we were blamed. However, all the pieces of the puzzle would fall into place if something had happened to Baek Sanga there. Still, why would he send his granddaughter here? Wait a second. Surely the cult leader was informed beforehand, right? Would it have killed him to give me a heads up before I came here? I am supposed to be the potential son-in-law, am I not? At the demonic cult, heavenly demon Cheon Taejong scratched his ear and muttered, my ears are suddenly itching. Jin Yomyong stepped forward and said to himself, sigh. In any case, I will make sure to keep Baek Sanga alive and foil all your twisted plans. 1 month later, the head instructor declared, now then, we shall begin the mock battle between Group 2 and Group 4. The flag bearers may only issue orders, nothing else. The group that breaks the opponent's flag first wins. Begin. Group 2's leader, Baek Sanga. Group 4's leader, Ju Gukseon. Baek Sanga and Ju Gukseon both shouted, deploy the diagonal line formation. The two groups charged at each other, yelling, wah! One instructor exclaimed, oh! His friend asked, are they going for a power clash right from the start? As a silver tail was tossed, another instructor said, 1 silver tail on Group 4's victory. Group 4, not Group 2? Oh, Instructor Jeon, you're going all in. You do not get it. Those three were the first to figure out the mutiny test, and they tried their hardest to follow their leader's orders. As the charge continued, the crowd roared, ah! A white-haired boy shouted, their coordination is insane. Then the trio stepped forward. Baeksa said, I am Baeksa. Hoksa said, I am Hoksa. All three said together, we are the Demon Snake Trio. Jin Yomyong, pleased to meet you. Jin Yomyong thought to himself, they're doing self-introductions here? The white-haired boy added, mid-attack, the moment I saw you, I fell in love at first sight. As their weapons clashed, Jin Yomyong broke into a sweat, thinking, what, was this their plan all along? One instructor commented, that might seriously distract him. Another said, in team battles, coordination is everything. Another shouted, charge, smash them to pieces. The head instructor raised his voice, 10 gold tails on Group 2's victory. Everyone turned in shock. What? You're betting half your monthly salary. The head instructor smiled and said, if you are scared, you can choose to give up now. Earlier, the Demon Snake Trio had thought to themselves, we are insignificant. In the streets, a girl tugged at her mother, sweets. A lady asked, how much is this? A man said, your goods are of good quality. The trio reflected, normally, we would not even be able to get close to a place like the Cheonil Academy. We are at the absolute bottom, worthless underclasses. We are the three worms. At least, that was until the demonic Heaven Tower Master showed us grace. The demonic Heaven Tower Master had asked, your names are worms? Could you not have been called snakes at the very least? You have missed the prime age to learn advanced martial arts by a bit. But if you wish, I could teach you some of our guard skills. Want to give it your best shot? Shocked, the trio had thought, we will surely repay the Madam's grace for allowing us entry into Cheonil Academy. The white-haired snake had declared, ha! We pledge our loyalty. Then to himself, to do that, we must get into his good graces. And they had shouted, please accept us. Now, during the battle, Jin Yomyong said, your passion is clear, but the mock battle is still in progress, you know? The trio continued attacking and shouted, we had hoped that if we ever got a lord, it would be someone like you. Onlookers muttered, what are those brats doing right now? Ju Gukseon gritted her teeth and said, what the heck are they doing? They should be trying to defeat the opponent with all their might, yet they're pulling this. Jin Yomyong calmly said, I understand your situation. Let's continue after the mock battle. The trio shouted, all right, all right, all right. Ju Gukseon screamed in anger, those darn lowborns. I will not let them get away with this. Group 4's leader, Ju Clan's Ju Gukseon. She thought to herself, if it continues like this, I, Ju Gukseon of a reputable clan, will lose to some commoners? They even have people from the Ma and Jin clans. That's totally unfair, she shouted. Switch to surging flow formation. Then to herself, I will defeat Baek Sanga and obtain victory as the group leader. The white-haired snake yelled, breakthrough, and the trio charged. Baek Sanga thought, they're targeting me directly. she shouted, rushing formation from both flanks. As Group 4 charged, Zhu Guxian realized too late, wait, we are not breaking through. They're letting us through. It's a tactic to lure us into close combat. The clash was chaotic. Stay, thump, ga. Jin Yomyong said to himself, now's the time. Baksanga said to herself, signal confirmed. She shouted, battering ram formation, break the chaos and launch a counterattack. One opponent cried out, no, stop them, stop there. As Ma Jinsong stepped forward to hold them back. Jin Yomyong said, let us go. His teammates responded, yes, sir. Zhu Guxian shouted, stop them no matter what, you fools. As the white-haired snake yelled, we will not let you pass. He swung his sword fiercely. Jin Yomyong easily evaded and said, you seem exhausted. Baeksa muttered, if we are breached here. Another followed up, then we are not worthy of being her subordinates. Jin Yomyong calmly replied, well, it does not matter, even if you do not let me through. The white-haired boy exclaimed, what? Baeksa was kicked in the stomach and groaned, ah. Suddenly, a shadow leapt from the distance. Jin Yomyong said, to be honest, I am not the main lord. The white-haired snake stammered, well, what? Ma Jinsong smiled as he landed gracefully and jumped away. Zhu Guxian whispered to herself in disbelief, the main lord is Ma Jinsong. With a fierce kick, Ma Jinsong struck and broke Group 4's flag. Result of the mock battle, Group 2 wins. Group 2 erupted in cheers, yay! Ma Jinsong raised his hand and declared, I am from the Ma clan. Jin Yomyong thought to himself, I understand their happiness. The instructors who bet on Group 2 were thrilled, especially the head instructor. I understand their joy as well, Jin Yomyong reflected. Meanwhile, Group 4 sat in frustration, their faces tight with defeat. Group 3 and 4 are especially grief-stricken, Jin Yomyong observed and thought, is that not a bit much? It is not like they are being expelled. He walked up and asked, why the long faces? Who made you so angry? The white-haired snake looked at him in confusion. Sir? Baeksa hesitated. No, it is just that. Jin Yomyong asked, are you frustrated because you did not get to shine? Or were you planning to bring down the entire demonic heaven tower if you lost? The white-haired boy's eyes widened. How did you know that? Jin Yomyong simply answered, it is just instinct. Then he added to himself, I have lived too meekly for someone in my position. My meek self. He looked up and said, to be honest, once one is at the level of the 6 clans, power abuse is tradition and tyranny is routine. He then told them, well then, I will stop them for you. Baeksa gasped, really? You mean it? The white-haired boy added, I will never forget this kindness. Jin Yomyong waved it off, no need for thanks. Though, you do know what it means to become my subordinate, do you not? You asked, to be accepted, right? The white-haired snake nodded firmly. Of course we do. You are recruiting people for mainstream, that special trial, right? Jin Yomyong responded, you have to survive that too. I cannot take the dead as subordinates after all. Then, thinking to himself, so, do you have the guts to follow me to hell, if it comes to that? The demon snake trio silently looked at him. Then, without hesitation, they bowed and declared, we do. We will follow you to hell if that is what it takes. A few moments later, a chair was thrown across a room, breaking on impact. Zhu Guxian screamed, darn it, those filthy lowborn scum. She kicked a table violently, shouting, I am the niece of the Jin clan patriarch. How dare they? How dare they use Jin Yomyong to threaten me? Her mind recalled Jin Yomyong's calm voice. The demonic heaven tower is one of my favorite places. If it disappears, I would be really sad. The implied message was clear. Go ahead and challenge the Jin clan, if you dare. Zhu Guxian fumed to herself. Normally, people of the same level should associate with each other. So why is he doing that? At a distance, Baeksanga spotted someone. Ah, Jin Yomyong. Jin Yomyong turned and smiled. Lady Baek. Zhu Guxian watched from afar, her expression darkening. Jin Yomyong said, Group leader, please just call me vice group leader. Baeksanga giggled. Eh. Shall I then? Vice leader. Zhu Guxian's thoughts boiled over. Where did that guy even crawl out from? Why is she being so friendly with him? Why is she looking at him with those eyes? This is all wrong. Everything's reversed. This is all Baeksanga's fault. She clutched her fists and rationalized. Think about it. If everything, the mock battle loss and Jin Yomyong's involvement, is Baeksanga's fault, then it all makes sense. Suddenly, a calm voice spoke. Did I come at a bad time? Zhu Guxian turned and gasped. You are! Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.